So, are there any parents out there that are particular? You like things in a certain order. Can I get an amen? That would be me.
Hi, good family. Today is Saturday, April 5th, and we are now at the post office. Now, we got an email that our package had arrived, but when we looked at the pictures that the carrier took, we saw that they actually left it at the front door of the post office instead of putting it in our P.O. box. So we're about to go and check to make sure it's still here. Hopefully no one took it, and do a little unboxing with you all today.
So let's go. Y'all, I am really hoping someone put this package inside because I really love making jewelry and I need this package. So, oh boy. Okay, I see a key. Let's see if it's inside of this box. I hope it is. 4-8. All right, right here. Looks like it's in here with a few other packages. All right, so we have 3 packages. All right, so let's go. All right, as you all saw, we received 3 packages, so let's open these and see what's inside. I know what's in this one, so we'll open this one first since I know what's inside of this one. This is our fabric coming from the fabric company for our last 2 cushions, y'all.
As you all know, we have upholstered most of our cushions already. We've done it ourselves, and we absolutely love this beautiful fabric pattern.
Yes.
So I'm super excited to receive this so that way we can finish that up.
Yes, and have our RV tour soon, you all. Yes. So hopefully you all are just as excited as we are because, oh, honey, it is so nice already. We just have a few finishing beautiful touches that we want to add, and we'll be ready to show you all what our RV looks like on the inside. All right, so I'm going to let Goodbaby pick which package we open next.
Well, since we just opened one like this, like a white bag, why don't we open the little box next?
There you are.
Yay!
Open up, Goodbaby. Here's a key.
I have a sneaking suspicion of what I think this is, but I'm not really sure.
And tell us what you think it is then, since you have such sneaky suspicion.
Well, I know you said that you had got us some more jewelry, so, and I know that's probably, like, as far as I know, one of the small things that you bought. That made
I got us some more jewelry, or I got you some more jewelry?
Me some more. Just said us.
I want some more jewelry, but I have to wait.
This box is so cute, you guys. Very light, too.
Oh!
We are so excited about this.
I did not think it. Well, I knew that these were coming, but I did not think that is what was in this box.
Ooh, okay, so these are the Fridays with Tab and Chance perfume, and we are so excited about these scents. I absolutely love these boxes. Here's how they look on the front, and then it has their picture on the back. Isn't that such pretty packaging, you guys? I love that. So I think one is supposed to be Tab's scent, the other one is supposed to be Chance's scent, and they're supposed to be able to be worn individually or together, and they're supposed to smell really good together. So we are super excited to try these out, y'all.
Yes, we are excited to try these out, and we will try them out a little later. So let's see what's in our next package. Go ahead, Goodbaby, you do the honors. She's getting a little too excited, y'all.
So here must be our jewelry and pretty stuff and all that stuff.
Wow, wow, wowzer. Oh. So this is a curtain tie. This will help us to tie our curtains back when we want to be able to look out of our blinds. These are super cute. It's like a little gorgeous burgundy rope with pearls. I thought that these would go really, really nice with our decor, so I'm excited about these.
And then we also have a couple of gold
I'm loving
here.
the gold ones too, y'all.
I love those.
So we got a burgundy tie to go on our gold curtain, and we got some gold ties to go on our burgundy curtain. Can y'all only imagine how cute this is? All of the ends have the pearls on them. Super, super cute, y'all. Oh, honey, this cabin chance is just smelling up, you know, the atmosphere, okay, of the entire truck. Wow. I want to open it, but I'm going to wait.
I can tell.
Put some on, you know. Go ahead, princess.
Okay, so next are these really pretty 3D butterfly decorations, you all. Now these are so pretty. As you all can see, the designs are really intricate. We got it in, of course, a really pretty burgundy to go with our decor.
I'm loving that.
And we were thinking that we were gonna put these somewhere in our bathroom. We're not exactly sure where, but I think these are gonna be super duper gorgeous. I love, you know, how it has the kind of like glittery, sparkly effect. And overall, I think these will be like a perfect touch in the bathroom. Nothing too much or too big, but like just enough, you know, to have that intricate colors.
Yes, honey, it's gonna go well with this burgundy tie. Okay.
Sure will.
Oh, y'all loving this already? Yes.
Ooh, so we have some more wall decor here. These are actually some really, really pretty roses. I love that. And it looks like this could go like in the corner of like a picture frame or outlet. Or
that's exactly what it's going to be, where we turn the light on.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
gonna
our
go,
outlet. Okay. So this will be in the corner of an outlet, like when you first enter into the trailer. And I'm really, really loving this floral design. Of course, everything basically has to be either gold or red. So this is continuing with the red theme. And I really think this is going to look really chic in our trailer. So I'm super excited about this.
Amen.
So I'm looking in the bag, you all, and I don't see my earrings in here that Goodmommy bought for me. So I'm not sure if those were taken or what. However, I do see that this is the last thing in the package. Hopefully the earrings are in here, because I really wanted those. Yeah, because we don't know what's inside of this package, so we want to open it up so that we can see with you all. So let's open it, good baby. Let's pray it's the earrings, y'all. I am seeing something gold on the bottom, but I'm really not sure what that is. Let's see. Okay, yeah. This is really cute, you all. This is a really pretty peel and stick decoration that says kitchen. Now, I don't know if these holes were meant to be open, because I see these other pieces here have the option where you can like pop those out and make the holes hollow. So I'm not sure if it was meant to come like that or not, but it's really, really pretty. I absolutely love, you know, how shiny it is. Just look at that detail, you guys. I'm loving that. I'm loving the fork, spoon, and the knife, y'all. Right? That is super cute. Such an elegant touch. Yes. Now, as I said, I still don't see our jewelry in this package, so I'm not exactly sure where that went. So that's an issue. We may need to get that sorted out. My baby said that's an issue. But overall, we are really happy with, you know, everything that we received in this package. We're just mostly, you know, concerned about what we didn't receive, but that's okay, y'all. Y'all get baby one earrings. Oh, my earrings, you guys. You know, we did receive a notification that a package was left outside. So they do have cameras around this post office. So, you know, we have to contact the post. We have to come back to the post office as well as contact our distributor and see what happened. So we will keep you all posted on that and, you know, everything in regards to our package. But we really hope you all enjoyed this unboxing, and we will see you all later.
Hi, sweet boy. Are you doing cute?
You don't know how to act. And a new place.
He's so funny. We've never brought Victories to this part before, y'all, and as y'all can see,
He is excited.
Yes, and exploring.
It's okay.
It's okay, sweet boy. Uh-oh.
Good boy, sweet boy. Good boy, Victory.
You always want to dispose of their waste. So we just prepped our butterflies, you all, and I must say they came out so super cute. 3D butterflies for the bathroom.
As y'all can see, we stuck these little cute adhesive backings on the back of our butterflies, and so that way they will stick to the wall when we are ready to apply them. And they're all different sizes, so I really love that. I think these are going to look really pretty on the wall.
Me too. Yeah. So are there any parents out there that are particular, you like things in a certain order? Can I get an amen? That would be me. So the reason I'm asking you all this question is because today Goodbaby was in the bathroom, and after brushing her teeth, she came out, and I went in the bathroom. And when I went into the bathroom, I noticed the towels had been rearranged. So for example, here is one set of towels, and then the other set of towels are on top of it, right? And it looks nice. It's very presentable. So when I go in the bathroom, I see the towels like that.
That's exaggerating.
That's exaggerating. That's exaggerating. I'll give her the benefit, of the doubt. Okay, so again, when I left out of the bathroom before she went in, the towels were, for example, like this. When I go back in the bathroom, the towels are like that. Clearly I can see the towels have been switched from this. Y'all check it out now. To that. So I said, Goodbaby. I said, please, when you come in the bathroom, please keep the towels, straight so that they can look real nice. We have a nice view of, everything is so pretty and everything. And Goodbaby, when I looked at her, she smirked and she said, Goodmommy, you are so particular. That thing threw me for a curve. I said, wait a minute. Because I'm saying, please keep the, and then I thought about it after she said it. So we had a conversation about it. So I thought it would be good to come before you all and talk about it. Because, when you are staying in a tight space like Goodbaby and I are staying in, well, I won't even say that, because even when we stayed in the townhouse, I've just always been like this. As a child, I was particular. As I became an adult and I got my own place, I was still particular. I can think about it. I can see pictures of all of the places I've lived in, and they've always been nice and, on point, like everything in its place. Everything has to be in its place. I can think about when I worked in corporate America, and I would have my desk or my office. Everything had to be on point. Like, I don't like, like you see a picture on the wall and it's a little crooked. No, that needs to get back in order. Or like if you're at work and you see a stack of papers and they're like, they're like kind of like that. I don't like that. It needs to be in order. That's just how I've always been. And so, I'm the type of person, I like everything, like these butterflies right here, they kind of making their own little pat. I like them, bring them back in order and put them, line them up, make them look right. That's just how I've always been. Good Baby has her things and her way, and she has her things that she's very particular about as well. But when she said that to me today, I didn't even think about her. I was just thinking about what she was saying to me. And so I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, what do you mean I'm particular? She was like, good mommy, it's just, some towels, And I'm like, yeah, but they need to be lined up, or in order, you know. And I don't know. I've just always been like that. Like I said, as a child growing up, throughout my life, as an adult, I've always liked things in order. So we just wanted to come before you all and see if you are the type of person you like things in order, if that bothers you, if it's not in order. If you don't mind it being in disarray, you don't mind things being disorganized.
Your face of disgust just tells you how you feel about that.
Yeah. In disarray, like the world is going on. It needs to be right. Of course, God says none of us are perfect. He's the only perfect one. But I want to be like my Father. I want to be similar to him. So when people see me, I want them to be like, she is definitely one of his children. She's in order. And that's not the only thing that makes us like God. But we're not perfect, but we should be striving for perfection. Okay. And so, that's something that I'm grateful that I'm very particular about. There are other things I'm very particular about as well, but that is definitely one thing that I love: order. I am a person of order. And if something is out of order, 9 times out of 10, I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yeah, Goodmommy is definitely right when she says she's particular. And while that word's definitely accurate, I think another word to describe Goodmommy and myself on certain things, just different things, is a perfectionist. We are both really, really big perfectionists.
Yeah.
Maybe perfectionists about different things. We both have our own things that we're very particular about. And so I just want to clear up as well that when Goodmommy mentioned the towels earlier, it wasn't so much that I was upset or annoyed at the fact that she mentioned the towels.
No, she wasn't.
But I was more than anything just so amazed at the fact that Goodmommy even noticed that the towels were in slight disarray, because the things that she picks up on, they're so subtle. Like things that I wouldn't even think to look at or think to notice, she notices. It can be extremely slight, but she is so attentive that even the slightest difference, she notices. And it is like, I don't think I've ever met any other person as attentive as Goodmommy in my life. And that's not necessarily a bad quality either. So I'm not saying it in a bad way. But it definitely makes, especially being in a tiny space, because there's less to remember.
Yeah.
It's even more intensified, her attentiveness, because of the small space we live in. So if I touch anything in here, everything is, don't get me wrong, it's really big and there is a certain separation of spaces. Like the spaces are definitely more defined in our travel trailer versus our van. But like everything is still, kind of open in a sense at the same time.
Yeah.
So if there's anything, that's changed, most likely she'll notice it when she walks in the front door. Like that's how tiny living is.
I've just always been like this. Even in the townhouse, I notice anything that's out of order because I leave it in a particular way. You know what I mean? So if I clean it up, I know this is how it's supposed to be. So y'all, I have one child. And, when I was staying with my mom as a child, I was particular. My room stayed clean. Now, one thing I love about Goodbaby is going to keep her room clean, and she's going to help me keep everything else clean. Now, she may not be as particular as I am when it comes to things, because I'm so particular until if the pillow is not right, look at how I'm like, honey, straighten that up. Put that up right, and don't have it tilted, because if the pillow is tilting, it's gonna stay that way. It's gonna get a little tilt in there, if you know what I mean. So I tell Good Baby, honey, oh, we got to keep these pillows upright, But Good Baby is very orderly. She's very clean, like me. She's still a child, so she's not as orderly or as clean as I am. But trust me, I do things for certain reasons. If I leave the house and I come back in the house, it should have the same smell, the same scenery. Everything should be 100% the same. I believe if you go out, if a Good Baby and I went out and we came back in, we should be able to notice if something is not right in here. I mean,
even if I don't notice, Good Mom,
I will notice, honey. If somebody goes in our automobile and it's not her and I know if something has been moved. But yeah, I mean, when I started having children, well, when I had my one child and she started growing up and, they move their toys or they don't clean their room up right, or, honey, that's a pet peeve of mine. That bothers me. I have issues with that. Get that stuff together, honey. But yeah, it was only one guy that I dated that was orderly like me. And I loved that about him. He was very orderly. Everything in its spot, at his home. Everything clean. He wanted things in a particular way. That's how I am. And so I mean, how God makes opposites attract. In a sense, there were opposites, but that was one thing I loved. That was the only person I dated where he was like me in that sense, where he was an orderly man.
Now, what about the people you dated that weren't?
The people that I dated was not orderly. I was like, I know this one guy I dated. Hopefully he's not watching, but I told him, I said, you are so nasty. You need to get, I told you about that, right? I said, you need to clean up. You know what I mean? You need to clean up. So, I like things orderly. And if it's not orderly, I was telling my sister the other day, about this apartment I went to go look at one time. I was thinking about getting this apartment. It was many years ago. This was before Good Baby was born. So I go to this apartment complex about 20 years ago. And so I'm telling the lady I'm looking for an apartment. It was a townhome. And I wanted to see this particular apartment. And she says, I really don't have anything to show right now. She says, I have some units available, but they're dirty. So I told her, I say, oh, don't worry about that. I understand. I said, don't worry about that. I just want to see. Basically, I wanted to see the setup of the apartment. Baby, when she opened that door and I saw all of that stuff in there, I was like, don't worry about it. Forget it. She said, see, I knew if I showed you. She said something about you. I could just tell that you were going to say no once I opened the door. I'm telling you, as soon as she opened that door, I'm like, no way, Jose. Forget about it. But yes, I've just always been orderly. I like things a particular way. And I know we're all like that to a certain extent about different things or, different ways of our lives. But one thing about me, I'm orderly, I, and you know what? It's not just about cleaning up. I love order, period. Like if I go to a church or if I'm working at, for a particular company or if I have my own company, whatever it is that I'm a part of, I love things in order. I don't like disarray. I don't like, things out of order. I've just always been like that.
Even though Good Mommy is particular and a perfectionist, and I am too, so I'm not discounting
You
that
are.
because I certainly have my ways of being a perfectionist too. I think, as Good Mommy said, we all are
Yeah.
in our own ways. But now that we are on this topic, I just want to say that I absolutely love Good Mommy, and I love how attentive she is because
Aww.
even though it can be something else at times, to say the least. It definitely helps keep our house in order. We've never had a dirty house. We've always had things in place, and that's definitely something that she has instilled in me. cleanliness. I may not be as clean as Goodmommy, but I think I'm much cleaner because of the way she is. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for her wisdom, for her guidance, and for her correction, because I know that not only is she correcting me out of love when I don't have something in array, but also it's going to help me be better. And the next time I'll think about it more, and I'll pay more attention to things that I may not have paid attention to before because of how attentive Goodmommy is. So I absolutely love Goodmommy, and even though she can be particular just like me and everyone else, I love her for being particular in her own way.
And Goodbaby keeps things in order as well. And that's one thing that I love about her is I can bring something home and I can say, Goodbaby, can you put this up? And I know she's going to do it in a very orderly way, pretty much like me. So I love that about her. Like I said, she keeps her room clean. She keeps her area clean. She is very clean. I don't have to worry about that. You know, I think it just caught me off guard today when she actually smirked about it, you know, and said, like, bluntly in my face that I'm particular. I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I guess I didn't see that coming, you know, so I'm like, wait a minute, you know, wait a minute. But anyway, I think it's good to talk and have a relationship with your child or your grandchildren or those who God have placed you over to cover. I think it's good to have a great relationship with them where they can talk to you and tell you things, because certain things you may not notice if someone doesn't bluntly tell you in your face, you know, about you.
And that doesn't necessarily mean in a mean way either.
Right,
I think we're great at communicating in a way that's kind, but still honest.
Right,
you know?
Still honest, right. Honey, that thing threw me. I was like, wait a minute. Like, you know, I'm not particular. You trying to say I'm particular because I said to put this. And then I thought about it and I'm like, wait a minute. And lots of times I will listen because I learned so much from Goodbaby, y'all. I mean, this little girl right here is smart. Well, I call her little girl. She said I call her little girl all the time, but I do. But honey, she is smart. And if you want to learn a lot about yourself, it's good to be open to your children so that they can talk to you and tell you things. And the same with Goodbaby. She's open to me when I tell her things. I guess what I'm trying to say, if you're married, if you have children, if you stay with a loved one or whoever you live with, because as I always tell Goodbaby, you don't know people until you have to stay with them. And that's when you really know the person, okay? So it's good to always have an open mind. It may catch you a little off guard when your child says something, or when your husband says something, or your wife says something, or whoever it is that you're living with. But always have an open mind, an open heart to hear and to receive, and, you know, to talk things out so that you can grow, because that really helped me to grow. It's not that I did not know that I'm an orderly person or that I'm very particular. It's how she said it. And because of, you know, as she said, Goodmommy, basically she was telling me it's just towels, you know. See, y'all see how she's laughing? But I like my towels neat. But put in the comments if you're like me or if you're the opposite. If you're like Goodbaby and I, or if you're the opposite. Now, Goodbaby is very orderly as well. Don't let me move anything that she owns, honey, or honey, she's going to let me know. She's going to come and say, Goodmommy, did you move da da da? I had it that way for a reason, or what have you. Or Goodmommy, did you go in my room? Or, you know, what have you. So, which she don't mind me going in her room, but she knows I've been in her room. And so that's how I believe we should be. We should be so orderly that if someone was to come in there, you know, wait a minute, I didn't leave it like this. You know what I mean? I didn't leave it like this, and somebody's been in here. Honey, it's just like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You know how Goldilocks, she went to the Three Bears' house when they left, and she was like, she got in Papa Bear's bed and she said, this is too hard. And then she got in Mama Bear's bed and she said, this is too soft. And she got in the little baby bear's bed and she said, oh, this is just right. She ate their oatmeal. She did all kinds of things. And when they came home, guess what? They noticed Papa Bear was like, somebody's been sleeping in my bed. And Mama Bear said, yeah, somebody's been sleeping in my bed too. And what did the little baby bear say? He said, somebody's been sleeping in my bed and she's still here. Honey, you should know if somebody's been in your stuff, okay? Somebody rearrange something, somebody do whatever, somebody sip your drink, somebody get your cheese, somebody eat your chip. Baby, you should know if something is missing, okay?
And that's a very, I must say, even though that was very entertaining, that was extremely obvious. Because first of all, I'm pretty sure Goldilocks, like, first of all, they ate all their oatmeal. She broke someone's
Oh yeah,
chair.
she sure did. Yeah.
So I mean, if a person didn't notice that,
Yeah.
I'm concerned for them, honestly. But you know, and she was still there. So,
Yeah, she was still there.
I
Yeah.
get your reasoning, but that
Yeah.
is like
That's taking it to the extreme.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But on that note, y'all, we have been, decorating so much. We got some items in today. We got some more of our fabric in so that we can finish our cushions. We have 2 more cushions that we need to finish. And we've been getting some more greenery. We got a nice green wreath as well. Now we're thinking about putting some backsplash up in the kitchen. Honey, we're going to go shopping and we're going to look for some backsplash. We're going to take you all with us. But what do you all think? I know somebody had commented in the comments that we should get some backsplash. It was only one person that commented that. But we were watching a TV show the other night. And this is what really made us think about getting the backsplash. And baby, that backsplash, I didn't even know it was a peeling stick. And the lady said it was a pillow stick. And we looked at each other and we were like, we need to go shopping.
Yes.
So tell me, what do you all think about a nice peeling stick? Y'all have seen our color scheme, something like this here.
With gold.
With gold. So what type of peeling stick would you all suggest that we get before we go shopping? And we can kind of look and see if we can find something similar to what you all suggest. Again, we're going to see if we can take you all along with us. So we'll show you all what the stores have available and what we think we'd like. But we want to know what you all would like to see as well. So comment below and let us know.
Another thing that we wanted to share from you all, which you all also saw from our visit to our P.O. box earlier, is our brand new perfume from Tab and Chance. Now these are so gorgeous, y'all. I know I already showed you the packaging, but I just wanted to show you all again because it needs more than one moment.
So
y'all.
pretty.
This is gorgeous.
Yes, yes.
And so we have been really, really excited to open these up because Tabitha Brown is probably like one of our favorite content creators. Like, we love watching her cooking videos and her inspiration and just her wisdom. And so we really wanted to support one of her businesses with her husband. And so we thought it would be really nice to unbox these with you all to kind of give you all our opinion on how these smell. I'm so excited because based on the reviews we've seen online, they smell really, really good. So now it's time to put these to the test.
Now, I love their perfume bottles. I noticed that Miss Tab is holding her husband's bottle, the cologne, and I noticed that he is holding her bottle, the perfume. Honey, they gave a little sexy sass to the make of these products, and I'm really digging it. Okay, so let's go ahead and open these. My baby say, your baby say, okay, all right. All right, let's open these. Honey, they smell so good. I mean, we haven't even opened the tops yet, and you can smell the perfume, okay? Wow. And you know how normally when you purchase perfume from the store, it's normally not full, like up here. Honey, these things are full to capacity, okay? They're making sure that you get your money's worth. These were only $10. These are their testers, and I love how they put these in these beautiful bottles.
Now, I want to see if you can decipher, like, just by the smell, which one is Tab's and which one is Chance's, because I would assume. Okay,
so I'm not going to look at them. Let me kind of move them around, close my eyes, turn my head.
I have my suspicion.
You know, da-da-da-da-da. All right, so let me start with this one to my right. So let's take the top off.
I'll start with my right as well, you guys.
I'll say this is tabs. It's a little more sweeter.
And mine is a bit more like, it still is like a sweetness, but it's more like deeper, more musky.
So that may be
So
it.
I think this is Chance's.
All right, so I was right. This says her business, honey. Her business. Go, Miss Tabitha Brown.
And I was right as well, you all.
Oh,
this bottle says his business.
His business. All right, let me smell his business now.
And I'll do the same.
But you know, it smells so good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I love that. That's so sweet. Kind of gives me like a coconut vibe for some reason.
Yeah.
Her perfume. Really
that
delicious,
smells so good.
These are
wow. Let's put on a little so that we can see how they smell. So we're going to start with her business, or you can start with his business, whichever you prefer.
I think since his business is the one I picked up first, I think I'll start with his.
All right. Sweet boy's over here like, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right.
Yes.
I love it.
So good. Wow.
Sweet boy smell it. He say, Sweet boy loves a good fresh scent, honey. Sure does, he is definitely a boy. He loves a good fresh scent. All right.
Smell yours. Ooh, very sweet. And this is his. It's on my wrist.
Oh yeah. Really I really love his too. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not. Yeah, I mean, it has to be a special perfume and cologne for me to really like it. So I'm really digging this. So now they said if you spray her business with his business, you should come out with the business. So let's smell this and see how it smells. Yeah, I made the business up myself, but basically that's what they're saying. You're supposed to get a really nice scent. So let's spray. Let me spray his business onto her business. Honey, I'm loving all of that. And see how it smells.
Spray her business on his business.
All right. Baby, let me tell you something. If this does not light up the room, okay? If somebody don't come in here and are like, what in the world do you have on? What perfume is that? Because I'm a female, so they're going to say, what perfume is that? Honey, if they don't come in here and say that, then you know that's the wrong perfume. You don't want to purchase that. But this right here, honey, you want to run to the website. You don't want to get the tester, the test bottles. You want to get the actual perfume, honey. I know they cost, I believe, $110, $120 each. But, honey, you want to get those, good baby. And I will be investing in those, okay?
Smells so good.
Smells so good. Oh, my goodness. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Go Tab. Go Chance. Go Tab. Go Chance. Honey, y'all did that. And I love the bottles. They connect. They go hand in hand together. So I'm loving that as well. I'll take this. You don't need that. Honey, this is grown folks' business. Oh, this conversation has been exciting and so much fun. But y'all know it's time to end this video right now.
If you haven't already, please be sure to give this video a humongous thumbs up and subscribe to our channel down below. Also, please hit that notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos. Hit the link in our description box to become a channel member today, and share our channel with your family and friends so that our family can continue to grow.
And don't forget, be good to yourself and be good to others. Love you all. Bye.